Wow, wow, wow. This NFL playoffs is insane. Every game is nuts. And here another one. A second overtime game in 2 days. And this one, the Vikings beat the Saints brutally again. A third straight heartbreaking loss for the New Orleans Saints. And everything that Taysom Hill did, he couldn't do it. He couldn't defend, unfortunately. Kyle Rudolph with the game-winning touchdown, courtesy of Kirk Cousins. So you know what? I was wrong. Kirk Cousins can show up in the playoffs. I was wondering it. I doubted it for a long time. He came through. That throw to Thielen there at the end of the game. I mean, that's a big time. That's what great big time players step up in big time games, and he did it again. And again, amazingly, the Minnesota Vikings beat the New Orleans Saints here by the final score of 27-20. They win it in another fun, interesting game. Again, the best player today, on any team was Taysom Hill, who yet again, this guy, passing, rushing, receiving, he does everything. He does everything, and he had another big game today. Looking for his exact stats here: 50 yards on one pass, 50 yards rushing, 25 yards receiving, and a touchdown. So what is that in total? He had 125 yards? 125 yards total on all three facets of the game. He got to all of that. And it wasn't enough on a day in which neither offense was particularly, I would say, okay, Breeze had 208 yards. He had a quarterback rating of 90. And the Vikings, although Cousins did show up late there, 242 yards. He only had one touchdown, but he made it count, and they win the game again. They're 26-20. He started off early with the fumble. The Saints took that down for a field goal. Minnesota came right back with a field goal. And then it was punt. Then you have the big touchdown there, set up by the big Taysom Hill pass, which leads to the Kamara touchdown. It makes it 10-3. Minnesota does go back down the field for a field goal. Then you have just a crucial Saints interception where he throws to, it's intercepted by Harris. Vikings go all the way down for a touchdown, make it 13-10. And again, that was big. I thought New Orleans was going to win this game. I thought they were the better team, but Minnesota surprised us today. They were really good on defense, especially. And they made it 13-10. The Saints, the missed field goal at the end of halftime, brutal. And then you had the other touchdown, which right then I was like, okay, did the Vikings clinch this game up? They go all the way down, make it 20-10. The Saints do get a touchdown there just at the start of the fourth quarter, make it 20-17. Taysom Hill again makes it 20-17. And then you had a brutal first a couple missed opportunities here for New Orleans. First off, the fumble where it's 4:18 left. Hill just had another 28-yard run. 4:18, you're on their 20. You can kick a field goal and tie it up. Breeze fumbles it. I believe Hunter was the one who got it away from him. And Vikings recover. And then they punted it away. But it kept, for a little bit, it kept the ball out of the Saints' hands. And it stopped at any chance of a touchdown. Then a minute 55 left. Kamara for 6. Cook for 8. Kamara for 9. Thomas for 7. Cook for 14. Spike, incompletion. And then Will Lutz with a crucial 49-yard field goal to win it, or to tie the game up. And again, we had a second overtime game in the last 2 days. Just shows the insanity right now of the NFL. 3 for 3. Yeah, 3 for 3 good games. Well, that makes me miffed. I feel bad for Breeze. I feel bad for Breeze too. You know, I'm a Drew Brees fan. You know, I've always liked the guy. He's been a really solid quarterback for years for now. But I mean, how do you deal with this? If you're Drew Brees, Saints deserved it. They may have, but the Vikings went. How if you're Drew Brees? Dude, this is the third year in a row now. You suffer another devastating loss like this. And I'm trying to think, did they make the playoffs in 2017? 2017 it was. I feel like they made it in 2016-17. I'd like to say they made it, but let me do a Google search on it now. NFL playoffs, because I'd like to say if they made the playoffs that year, I can't remember, but if they made the playoffs that year, I'd like to say it wasn't a heartbreaking loss. If I'm remembering correctly, the playoff schedule in the NFC. No, they were not in it. They were not in 2017. And the last 3 years they made it, they've had 3 good teams in a row and 3 gut-wrenching losses. The Minneapolis Miracle with Stephon Diggs. And then you have the last year with the pass interference call that wasn't called. And then you have the overtime, Saints, the interception, Rams kick a field goal and win it. And now this. It's just, if you're New Orleans, how do you deal with this? 3 years in a row. And you want to scream about the officiating, there's some bad calls. Say, look, again, it's not that the NFL is against you. It just happens to be that there have been 3 really bad calls against you guys. I had Saints versus Chiefs football. Saints winning. I'm a Vikings fan. I'm really happy. Congrats, James. Do you think that was pass interference? I'm sure I gotta look at that. Oh, and then the other missed call, the fumble. We think, the Vikings fumbled the ball. Saints recover it for a touchdown, but no, his knee was down. And right there, it's just like, man, the Saints can't catch a darn break to save their lives. So this was a fun game. This was, again, another fun, exciting game. Kirk Cousins, I've been getting on him forever. Again, in the biggest moment in this game, he came through. He came through in such a monumental moment. Seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying that on offense that was on offense that was pass interference. Offensive pass interference. I gotta look at that call again. All right, here we go. We gotta look at it here. Oh yeah, that looks like it. Oh wow, that kind of does look like it. Oh man, the Saints are gonna be Saints fans are gonna be insufferable for another 6 months because they're gonna have 6 months of saying we were robbed. Oh gosh. All right, so we should go over the two big plays here. We gotta pull this up. I gotta turn the sound off because I don't want you guys. I don't want to have a copyright. Again, Kirk Cousins, man, 2 big moments of this game. He stepped up, and then so he had. Okay, all right. That's not it. I was wondering if that was there. No, but yeah, you had the nice throw. You had the nice throw. Okay, here's the Thielen play, because you had the nice throw to Diggs to start it off and really get things going, and then. Sorry that I'm doing it this way. And then look. Beautiful pass. I thought it was a touchdown right there. If that was thrown just a little bit more, that's a touchdown. Great pass to Thielen. And then it's Kyle Rudolph. All 3 came through. Diggs started it off. Thielen in the middle. Rudolph ended it. And the Vikings. All right. Here's the other touchdown. Another devastating Vikings beatdown, or another devastating Vikings victory over the Saints. So yeah, looking at that may have been pass interference. Who are the Vikings playing next week? We don't know. I don't think we know yet. I think we'll find out. Wait, aren't the Vikings the 5 or the 6? I think the Vikings. So if the Vikings are the 6, I think that means they play. If the Vikings are the 6 seed, I believe that means they're going to play the Niners. I believe that's what that means. Right down the field. Right there. Who again? Kirk Cousins on the first possession. Touchdown. Yes, the Vikings will now play the San Francisco 49ers next week. It's just crazy. It's just wild. Because again, I know Philadelphia is the 4th seed, which means Minnesota has to be the 6th seed. The 6th seed gets the lowest, whoever the lowest team is. You mean refs play 49ers? Niners are playing. The refs are. Let's see. The NFL year's been crazy. Yeah, this postseason, 3 great games in a row, or 3 entertaining games in a row. 3 in a row now of just bizarre. How the heck did this happen? Games. The Packers, let's go. Easy Packers. Refs versus refs. Oh, okay, bro. Easy Packers dub. Looking at all your comments here. Thank you guys again. And by the way, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below. The refs took 2 of the Saints touchdowns back. I mean, again, I do feel bad for Saints fans. I don't think the refs are doing it intentionally. It's just they're really bad. They've been really incompetent. They've been really bad. The refs, you could put every team has had some bad call that's gone against them. For the Saints, it's just happened to be in the biggest moments. Vikings get unfair matchup against Packers. The referees are just pulling in the Saints. Packers play winner of next game. Yes. No, they don't look at playoff bracket. The Eagles might win, but this is Seattle on the road because they are 7-1 on the road. Yeah, I think Seattle's a much better team than Philadelphia. The referees are bullying the Saints. Go Titans. Vikings are playing Niners. Saints got robbed. True that. Saints have bad luck. Again, I get the frustration. It's just, That's tough. Again, that looks like pass interference, but again, the NFL is not going to call pass interference. Again, they should. If you're the NFL, get rid of the reviewing pass interference because you're not going to overturn it anyway. The NFL is saying we're not overturning pass interference. We're just not going to do it. What was the bad call this game? It was the bad call this game was the offensive pass interference there at the end that apparently they didn't call. Niners kill Vikings. Let's go Packers. Vikings always beat the Saints. I wonder why. Reaction on Patriots loss. I had it last night. It was a shocker to me, but Derrick Henry ran all over them. Again, for Cousins. And I don't know how good Minnesota is, but I can't say anything about Kirk Cousins now. He won the wild card game. He won a playoff game. He showed up late in a playoff game. He wasn't the greatest today, but he showed up late in a playoff game. That's what you needed. He outplayed Drew Brees. And I don't know where we go forward from here, but he won one game. He's got a playoff win under his belt. And for this Minnesota team that was so close to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, with Kirk Cousins in there, they're back at it. Who was the team that beat Seattle on the road? Oh, my bad. Who was the team that beat Seattle on the road? Oh, the Ravens. The Ravens beat the Seahawks on the road, I believe, this year. Yeah, the Ravens. I remember the Ravens beat the Seahawks. 49ers did. Did the 49ers beat Seattle on the road? Because I'm pretty sure the Ravens beat Seattle. And I guess San Francisco did too? No, Seattle won the game in San Francisco, and San Francisco won the game in Seattle. Okay, so I guess they're two. I don't know. There wasn't a push-off stop. It was close. It was close. It's corner. Oh gosh, I'm clicking on it again. Corner was holding and Vikings are going to the Super Bowl. Congrats, Brandon. I'm not willing to go that far yet. We still have a ways to go here in this NFL season. I mean, like, what team beat Seattle when they were on the road? Not if the Packers have a say on that. Just kidding. Best of luck. Again, this playoffs, wow. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen with Seahawks Eagles? We've had 3 games. 2 of them gone the overtime. All of them have been one-possession games. Seahawks Eagles, don't let us down here. And this game's going to start in about 5 minutes. We're going to go for another 10 here. Vikings aren't going to the Super Bowl just yet. No, they still have a few more games to go. They got to face out San Francisco and figure it out. Packers versus Chiefs. I mean, I had Ravens Niners at the beginning of this, and I had Ravens Niners at the beginning of this, and I'm gonna stick by it. I'm sticking with it. Niners destroy Vikings. I think the Niners would win that game, but I'm not willing to go. I'm not willing to make that leap yet. I'm not willing to go that far and say, oh, definitely the Vikings have no shot. Niners have a suspect secondary, yes. And you worry about Jimmy G. I think the Niners are good, but you're not 100% sold on Jimmy G. I mean, I feel like most of us Niners fans might be, but to me, I'm not 100% there on Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G's good, but I want to see what he does in the postseason. Seattle is 7-1, so I think I got the Seahawks. Eagles have heart. The Eagles do. Niners, Ravens. I'm getting some of those are the 2 best teams all year, and it would be a rematch of 47. So that'd be fun. And that was a good Super Bowl. Super Bowl 47 was good. That was the Ravens up early, then the blackout, then the Niners come back. Questionable pass interference call there at the end, or non-call, and the Ravens won that. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl, and then got a boatload of money, and then was never good again. I think Rex Ryan can help the Saints next year. Again, on defense. I think the Vikings run over, and the Niners run defense is not that good. All right, we'll see. Take away Kittle, and that's most of the Niners offense. I still think. I mean, we'll see with Kittle, but oh gosh, I still think San Francisco's. I think San Francisco's just a better team overall right now, and I think they have the edge. Hopefully, Aaron Rodgers can step up his game, both offense and defense. But like Aaron Rodgers said, winning ugly all the way to the Super Bowl. Yeah, again, it would make total sense. Whoever the Packers play next week, it would make sense if they win ugly. It would totally make sense. They've won ugly. No one wins ugly like this year's Packers. Every single win has been ugly, except maybe the Raiders. Yeah, Matthew, I remember you. Good to see you, man. Do you think Brady has a lot of... I don't know. Jimmy G can't handle pressure. Don't turn the ball over. Helps the most. Yes. I'm pretty sure Niners beat the Vikings. Lights stay on. Ravens beat Niners in the Super Bowl. I should turn the... yes. Oh, lights in the Superdome. Yes, right. Yes. Sorry, it's getting dark early out here, so I'll just turn on one light. Hold on. That helps a little bit, but it's not too much. I would go downstairs. My family's down there. They're watching a movie, so I'll stay up here for the next few minutes as we just talk about that again. People talk about the questionable pass interference. At the end of the day, Minnesota was able to get it done. Minnesota in big time moment, pressure. Kirk Cousins got it done. Kirk Cousins did a beautiful throw to Thielen. And then threw the touchdown to Rudolph. Never would have thought it happened, but you know what? And it was weird. Stephon Diggs, and by the way, that was a bad look by Stephon Diggs. I like Stephon Diggs, but come on. You're going to complain about you're not getting a target. You're winning the game, all right? If you're losing, okay. If you're winning, give me a break. But you missed my comment. I probably did miss your comment. All of them are going by so fast right now. I can't really see all of them. I think the Ravens have at least scored 34 on the Titans. I'll go at least 28. I'm not willing to go that far yet. Brady should have to get traded back to the Chargers. That'd be a plot twist. Are you surprised that the Vikings won? I am. I picked New Orleans. I think I'm 1-2 in the pick so far today. Not good. I had New Orleans. I think the Saints are better, and they're at home. It's like this is gonna happen again, man. And again, a great year for New Orleans, but 3 years in a row, devastating loss. And you'll owe a lot of success to Teddy Bridgewater. The fact that he was able to stay in there. I'm surprised how well Cousins played, not turning the. Yeah, and that's the other important thing. And by the way, hello James, Brandon, Lord Ligos again. Thank you all for being here. Landos, Mike. 0 turnovers from Kirk Cousins. 0. You can't ask for anything more. 0 turnovers. That's all you need from him. The Titans defense is okay. They put the Patriots offense. Thoughts on the AFC Championship? Right now I have Ravens Chiefs. Right now I have Baltimore Kansas City, which that'd be a great game. Lamar, Mahomes. Oh boy, that'd be great. Who else is playing today? Seahawks and Eagles play about any minute now, which is why we're gonna end things in about 4 to 10 minutes. That fumble was huge when they were driving. That was the fumble there late again, because if that's a field goal and then the field goal there at the end of the game, you win the game. Obvious, I'm doing a Booger McFarland thing here where I'm just stating the obvious. But that fumble was so critical. And a great play by Minnesota's defense, able to stop it. But Titans versus Ravens AFC Championship game. I like Tennessee right now. Derrick Henry is playing unstoppable. I'm not giving Tennessee the edge totally yet. I mean, look, I know Blake Bortles made the AFC Championship game, and I still don't know how that happened. But Ryan, you got to convince me harder that Ryan Tannehill is going to make the AFC Championship game. You got some convincing of me to. You got to convince me a lot that Ryan Tannehill is going to take Tennessee to the AFC Championship game. So we'll see in the. But again, right now this NFL playoffs topsy-turvy right now. I mean, we've seen 2 underdogs win. We've seen 2 overtime games. All 3 games have been 1 possession. All 3 games came down to the final play. Eagles versus Vikings NFC Championship. A rematch, although that game was bad, so I don't know if I want. I mean, if it's a rematch, fine. Just please be better than the last game, which was the Philadelphia just destroying. The Saints needed Ben Revere. Ha 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 ha. Goodness. It's an old joke. Looking here at the stats, and again, Philly's how are the Eagles a 1-point favorite? I guess because they're at home. The Eagles are 9-7. How are they 1-point favorite? Did Russell Wilson get hurt? I don't get that. So, I'm looking here for some team stats. Again, the best player today was Taysom Hill, who did everything. Breeze had 208 yards, touchdown, interception. Cousins 242 yards, 1 touchdown. Adam Thielen was also great today. He had 7 catches for 129 yards, including the big catch near the end of overtime to get him inside the red zone. Again, that was monumental. Before I leave, any possible scenarios the Eagles beat Seahawks? I think Hawks will still win. See you. Enjoyed the live stream. Thank you, Quiros. Yeah. Again, because Philly's at home. If they get to Wilson, if they're able to get to Wilson, able to slow down the offense, sure. Again, because the Eagles, they're not the worst team in the world, but they are 9-7. Okay, and we've talked about the problems their receivers have had. If you can tell me Boston Scott plays this good again, maybe. I think the Texans can beat the Chiefs. I'm still not believing in the Chiefs defense. Look at the couple where I said fights. That's fair. But I'm a believer in the offense, obviously. So, Titans versus Texans. My bad. Watson is better than all of them. Ravens play Texans in divisional. Saints versus Refs Super Bowl next year. Oh gosh. Again, we're gonna have another offseason in which Saints fans just scream and yell at the refs. Do you think Drew Brees will ever win another Super Bowl? I mean, he's over 40. He's running out of time, and I love Brees, and he had a really good year. But how much more of this? Does your soul just keep breaking? Like, is his soul just devastated right now, or do you just sit there and go, all right, let's try one more time? Seahawks are literally 11-5. Chiefs play Titans. We play the Texans. No, his time is coming to an end. Again, I'm not willing to rule that out yet, but I think Ryan's been playing well, but he's not faced a defense like ours. My biggest thing is with how much the Ravens score on average to bad defenses. The Titans would become very one-dimensional versus a strong Ravens secondary. Okay, yeah, all right, so let's see again. Ravens, let's see how they are. They're only 2 games from being 9-7. No, you don't. Watch the Saints fans, and he destroyed my PS4 controller. Oh, gosh. Yeah, again, if you're a Saints fan, how do you do this? 3 years in a row, it's something like this. 3 years in a row, a devastating loss. Saints offense was not very good all through the first 2 quarters. Neither offense was particularly good. Again, except Taysom Hill. All Seahawks are terrible on the road. Or as a Texans fan, I'm used to disappointment. So yeah, yesterday was not a disappointment. Good for you. Chiefs defense or Texans defense? I'll go Texans because they have J.J. Watt. Seahawks game started. Again, that's why we're going to wrap things up here in the next 5 minutes. Saints are stupid for getting rid of Ingram. I said the Saints would win. Now time for the Eagles to... I said the Vikings would win. Now time for the Eagles to fly. That was a dangerous 1-2 combo. True. So, yeah. I'm 1 for 2. I had the Texans, and they pushed. I had Texans -3. I picked the Patriots. I'm pretty sure I picked New Orleans. I don't know what the spread was, but it doesn't matter because I picked Minnesota. I picked New Orleans. I paid $102 for that. Oh, sorry, man. I picked New Orleans, so... oh gosh. Again, nothing against Minnesota. I just felt like, all right, New Orleans is better. They got Breeze. They got great talent on offense, and they're at home. And Minnesota just came in, defense punched them in the mouth, and they were able to hold them off and score a touchdown there at the end. By the way, again, if you're new to this channel, Seahawks punt. All right, I'm still not a believer. I'll give you play-by-play. I'm still not a believer in the Chiefs defense. Again, I'm gonna come down here in a few minutes. I just want to wrap things up with you guys. Say your divisional round picks right now. I can't do that. By the way, division round picks tomorrow. So, and I should say this. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for more content like this. We'll be back after the Eagles-Seahawks game. We'll be right back to break down that. And then we'll be back tomorrow morning with a Seahawks, Eagles recap. No, that's coming later. Tomorrow we'll have the divisional round predictions. We will have those tomorrow morning, so get ready for those. Seahawks recovered Eagles already caused it. The Seahawks recovered it. All right. Again, this should be fun. Vikings are the best defense in the playoffs. We'll see again. This is fun. Everything's gone out the window. Patriots are gone. Saints are gone. Texans were favored to beat the Bills. What happens if Seattle wins here? Again, there's so much. We're 3 games in, and everything, it's like the upside down. It's like Stranger Things. We're in the upside down. Everything's crazy. Everything's nuts. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. These games are wild. How can this game top it? Keep topping it. This NFL playoffs has been so much fun so far. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Not true. It's between Seahawks and Ravens for defense. 2 for 1 right now. The Bills thought 2 for 1 right now. Thought the Bills would beat the Texans. Yeah, and I'm sure in the 3rd quarter you were like, "Oh boy, we got this." Dude, that's a pick 1. Oh gosh. Yeah, there was a lot of crazy moments. What time? Tomorrow. In terms of pick again, Seahawks, Eagles right after the game, and then tomorrow we're gonna have predictions in the morning, division round predictions. Oh yeah, and that's right. Ishmael should point it out. Congrats, Vikings. You guys deserved it, but I do not like the overtime rules. Give the Saints a chance to go down the field. And if I was running the NFL, my overtime rules would be, all right, this team goes, whatever happens, you have to match that or beat it. Like, if you... and it wouldn't matter. Okay, my rule would be, all right, if you score a touchdown, you get this. If you score a touchdown, we keep going. And it would keep going until someone gives up. That's how I would do it. I don't like that the other team... I mean, yes, the Vikings deserve it, but I hate the fact that it's only one team gets it. I agree, change over OT. Is it true you're running Gase's burner account? No, I'm not running Gase's burner account. No. I think Manish Mehta is doing that. Eagles fumbled and recovered. Carson Wentz. Incomplete, 4th and 8. All right. Chiefs roll KC. In about a minute and a half, you won't have to give any commentary because I'll be wrapping things up here. So, and by the way, if you follow my channel, NBA Game Winners Part 8 will be out Tuesday morning, and it will be about 20 minutes long of the latest game winners in the NBA. It's probably the thing I get the most subscribers for. But so yeah, if you guys have been looking forward to that, NBA Game Winners comes out Tuesday morning at around 10, 11 o'clock. So get ready for that. That should be fun as well. People keep talking smack on Lamar. Who does that? Why do you talk smack? Lamar's great. Stop it. People, don't be an idiot. I'm going to go back to games with the Terminator. I'll be back. All right. Who's worse, Manish or Samini? I think Manish. I think it's worse to be a homer. Like, yes, Samini's overly negative, but to be fair, he's writing for the Jets. How can you not be overly negative? I think Manish is worse. I think it's worse to kiss up to a team than, especially when they don't deserve it. I think it's worse to kiss up to a team than when they don't deserve it than what Samini's doing, which is just being overly negative. So I guess at 12 a.m. I guess so. Again, I don't know how it all works out. But yeah, a lot of videos coming up here here on this channel. So we'll wrap things up. A great win for Minnesota. Great touchdown. They're late. And again, the offense stepped up there in the biggest moment. What a performance. Frankie keeping it G. Absolutely. Yo. Seahawks fair catch at their own 31, but guys still get tackled back attacking at the fair catch. Thank you, Chiefs Real Casey, for doing the play-by-play, but you can stop now because I'm going to go downstairs and watch the game. So thank you guys again. Congrats to Minnesota. Big time win there late. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below. We'll be back after Seahawks Eagles to break that down. Take care, guys. God bless. We will see you right after Seahawks and Eagles. And I got to go. Bye.